Squid Games is one of the most f***ed up shows on Netflix. The premise is pretty much a bunch of people are rounded up at random to compete in children's games for money. Except the stakes are their lives, and most of the people literally are in millions of dollars in debt and are basically forced into competing. The higher-ups are at a moral crossroad in a way because the point of killing the contestants is to donate their organs out and save other people's lives at the expense of people who have seemingly made pretty bad life decisions of their own. When I watched this show, it reminded me a ton of this little guy. Because as much as you want to play God, you shouldn't. Starting with a ton of violence in the most extreme yet nonchalant ways that goes on for episodes on end. Many people that I know think the show was simply unwatchable and again, too f***ed up and too violent. But I don't think the show is f***ed up because of the violence. No, I think the most disturbing part is the psychological torture chamber that is Squid Games. So let's dive into what exactly makes this show so freaking good and what is lying beneath the surface of this game. Starting with the illusion of choice. One of the most disturbing parts about these games is the fact that about half of the contestants would like to go home. This is a repeated issue at the end of each game and is entirely planned. The purpose of the illusion of choice is not to give the players control of when they can leave, but instead, they're using their choice to vote as a way to divide each other into separate groups. After the choice is made, whether they like to stay or leave, the guards hand them a patch to wear on their clothes. This patch, however, was then created so other contestants would treat them differently when they saw it. The scariest part of this is the fact that if one side never surrenders, then the game will end up and everyone except for one person dying, effectively sealing the fate of every single person who wishes to leave. Public choices are falsely made to look like it's in the hands of the people. The effects of others around them, the desire for protection, all plays a role in this. The higher the number of the prize that increases, the more disparity occurs between the greedy and the desperate. To me, this psychology tactic was reflective of another similar tactic used by someone similar. The psychology of dehumanization. Dehumanization is yet another powerful tactic used in this game. The contestants are all given numbers to wear in their uniform. The contestants are also referred to strictly by their numbers. When people lose their names and identities, they are more expendable and powerless. Many of the contestants are already facing poverty and debt. The sole fact that they are participating in this game already indicates that they will do anything for money. Desperation coupled with degradation breaks down these contestants. The infamous Stanford prison experiment shares alarmingly close psychological parallels, particularly in how they explore human behavior under extreme conditions. The study aimed to examine how individuals conform to the roles of authority and act submissive in a prison-like environment. Participants were randomly assigned to be either guards or prisoners in a simulated prison setting. However, the experiment quickly got out of hand as the guards became increasingly more abusive and the prisoners became increasingly more submissive. This experiment was originally planned to only last 2 weeks, but the study got shut down after only 6 days due to ethical concerns. The experiment revealed how situational factors and power dynamics can quickly lead to ordinary people engaging in really cruel behavior. Both Squid Games and the Stanford prison experiment both show environments where individuals are placed in artificial, yet prison-like, high-stakes situations. And quickly, everyone conformed to the assigned roles, even the guards, which, by the way, were revealed to be mostly people that were young. Both cases highlight how quickly morals can go out the window when power, dynamics, and fear, as well as survival instincts take over. However, while Squid Game is a fictional show, the Stanford experiment was a real-life psychological study that revealed the unsettling truths about humans. The goal of the people who run these games is to bring people to their most primal states, which results in the most irrational decision-making and the most killing. The childish nature of the games played, the dehumanizing tactics from the higher-ups, aims to diminish the severity of what is happening. I mean, imagine dying to the tune of Ring Around the Rosie. The power of greed. Piggybacking off the power of illusion, greed is the thing that causes essentially everyone to lose in the first place. It seemed that the more people that died, the higher number that accumulated in the jackpot, and the greedier the contestants got. The prize had gotten to a whopping 80 million won, which is 55,000 US dollars. Every single contestant could have walked away with a Lexus RX, but no, that wasn't good enough for them. I mean, take it from the last winner. He came back. Although his intentions were the opposite of greedy, it should show that money in itself will not satisfy you, especially at the expense of hundreds of deaths to get it. Greed is what everyone in the end. And to finish the psychological nightmare, we have none other than desensitization. Again, similar to the studies shown in the Stanford experiment, normal people, when given authority over others, turn insane. From the first death during red light, green light to the very end, the character arcs are mainly everyone turning evil. People who were scared to play now were enjoying the game a little too much. Killing others wasn't something that you had the choice to do. You had to do it in order to win. And throughout the game, the weaker-minded individuals seemed to die, and the more desensitized and barbaric was, the better you did. Hundreds of people dying around you, and high-stakes life or death situations would pretty much turn anyone into a monster. Let me know if you enjoyed the last season of Squid Games, and if you have a TV series you'd like me to break down next in the comment section below. And of course, thank you for watching.